All right, let me show you something else I just learned about this carburetor. This is the adjustment side right here. Now, if you look at the low and the high, the low is over here, the high is over here. You can see the little H there. If you follow the screw line for the screws down in there, you can see that the high is that little brass jet sticking up right there in the bottom. That's the high side. That's what pumps the gas in there when it's running at high idle at full speed. And you see these little holes over here on this side? That's the vacuum side. That's the engine side there. That's with the low idle. Now there's three little holes in there. You probably can't see because the other two holes are right up there by the throttle plate. Maybe I can move this a little so you can see them. Let me see. Okay, there. You can just start to see those two little holes way down in there by the throttle plate. Now, oops, here. Let me try to get a shot in there. Those two little holes down by the throttle plate are connected to that other little hole down here in the back. So those three holes are kind of connected. Now, if you put the choke on here, activate the choke, it'll hold that throttle open just a tiny little bit. So you can take your clean out your tube. You see, I can almost see those two holes down in there. I should try macro or something. But if you put your cleaning, your carburetor cleaner tube right up against the throttle plate over those two holes, it should back flush through those two holes and actually shoot out the other side. So I just did that, and I think I've got the low side all cleaned out. Now the other thing you might be able to do to clean out your low jet is to pull the screw all the way out. You probably have to pull both of them all the way out and stick your carburetor cleaner jet nozzle down in there and jet it out from the inside. But that's the part that screws these carburetors up so that they won't run. A little tiny speck of dirt or sawdust gets in there and follows up your inlet jet, and you're done. So there's a couple handy little tips. Now, at the top of here isn't a fuel line. That is a vacuum line that just pulses back and forth and works the diaphragm on the bottom, which actually pumps the gas while the saw is running. So this top line here on the carburetor, that's not a fuel line. That is and you can see it runs down to the bottom of the crankcase somewhere, because that's running the pulse of vacuum on there that's going to pump your gas. Cut.